Jay Schmidt and Up2NG, who are also top-tier players. So they're not going to get a bye next week. It's going to only get worse from here. And here we go. We're starting. We've got the instructions coming out. We are going to want to defeat that Dragon Lord and take these 3 treasure chests.
Look at this. We have one of the runners being Pac-Man and the other being one of Pac-Man's foes, the Orange Ghost, whether it be Clyde, Sue, or Tim. We have Erdrick's armor. Holy tomato.
We have Erdrick's token and Erdrick's armor in the in the front door. Oh my goodness, this has just gotten really interesting right out of the gate. Unfortunately, they weren't able to keep a hold of that key, as you can sometimes do.
Look at this! Sharlock!
And
the Jerk Cave! What is this?
Right here. I mean, good lord, this is... the hit points aren't exactly what you'd want to see right now. Only 17 hit points. You got that swamp.
Look at that excellent move that Guelph got, and that Magic Drake key should be going down very shortly. It's 10 to 13 points. Another excellent move, and that is all she wrote. That is going to be level 2 for Guelph right now. Let's take a look at the numbers. 2, 3, 9, 12. No spells. We are at no spells at level 2.
Oh man, this is definitely shaping up to be a really, really interesting seed. And of course, with Erdrick's armor, they don't care about this swamp. And there's 2 towns right next to each other. 2 towns.
Welcome to the Twin Cities. Welcome to the Twin Cities, Sneaky. Yeah, we got ourselves the good old-fashioned St. Paul, Minneapolis combination right there. And yeah, forget about worrying about the swamp. Forget about worrying about stop spells. And, DL2 Breath isn't going to do as much damage. Same with Hurt More. I mean, already these runners off to a good start. It's going to come down to where is everything we need to beat the game, because we've got the Jerk Cave by start. We've got Sharlock near start. Level 3 has got 5, 8, 27 HP, 6 MP,
and Hurt More.
Wow. What a level.
Now you've got enough magic points to be able to cast Hurt Spell enough times to be relevant. Now you could actually theoretically take on some much bigger and more powerful enemies. Guelph going to check out this cave. Looks like HighRofellos instead going to check out the town. That was which cave?
No idea. Unfortunately, ghosts have Hurt More. We do have Cole as one of the towns in the Twin Cities, so there is a search spot which could potentially have one of our required items. Let's take a look. We have got Erdrick's sword. Are you kidding me? What in the world? What incarnation is the seed?
3 minutes in, we have Erdrick's sword and Erdrick's armor. Gold? We don't need no stinking gold.
Exactly. And Caitlin! Coordinates hype! But we need some more health, obviously. But still, Caitlin!
No, we don't need health. We've got the armor already that ignores the barrier tiles. What we need are keys.
Of course, because, I'm so used to seeing Caitlin and no Erdrick's armor. This is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Guelph taking down a knight with a Hurt More. There's a level 3, 23 agility, 8 and 1 MP, and another spell.
Yeah, that's a double level up that Guelph just got on that night, and now here is a Wolf Lord also learning outside, which is going to be useful in caves, and one-shotting the Wolf Lord, and 9 more points will get him level 6. Another Wolf Lord, a Hurt More ought to do it. Bam! Level 4 for HighRofellos. The level 6 for Guelph is 9, 2, 5, 6, and more new spells. Hurt and Sleep.
Guelph right now with the early lead by diving down here, taking these kills. He's got over 100-point experience point lead. He's got over twice the experience his opponent does at the moment, and that is only continuing to go up as he's taking on these higher level enemies. Got some gold out of that chest. Got gold, an herb. Okay, this has got to be Upper Grave then. Necklace.
Death Necklace. My goodness. This seed has everything but keys. That's the only thing we're missing right now is keys. Oh, and an excellent move to take down a Poltergeist. 301 points, 36 points away from level 7. Oh, Spectres have Heal More. That is not fun. So HighRofellos going to counter with a Hurt More. Lands it, and down it goes.
Guelph now going in, checking to see if he can pick up a large shield, which would be optimal for him right now. Not available in coal, unfortunately. The rest of his stuff completely useless to him. I mean, he's already got the best equipment that money can't buy, so why bother trying to buy anything else?
Hey, we found the key, all right. See that island where HighRofellos is? We found the key. Just not the right key that they need to beat the game.
Okay, valid.
Yeah, I had to point that out, that island was shaped like a key that HighRofellos just got off of.
Whoa, 10 more attack power on level 7 that Guelph just got a hold of. Checking the shops in Cantlin, looking for a shield. Didn't find one in that first one. Gonna go ahead and check out the second one to see. Meanwhile, HighRofellos is going out exploring, which also not a bad move. Remember, you're gonna need to take a lot of things. Didn't find it in that one either, unfortunately. So, no large shields available yet.
No shields of any kind available. And there's a green dragon. A possible one-shot with the Hurt More, but that is not going to do it. They have Stop Spell, but because we have Erdrick's armor, what difference does it make? Down goes the green dragon for 135 points. Just 22 more points. Guelph will have level 8. Wolf Lord going down for HighRofellos. He's not that far away from level 7. And another green dragon. Let's see if the Hurt More... Oh, it's a miss! But Stop Spell, of course, going to be a miss as well. So we're going to try a Hurt More again. It lands, and he's down. And that will be level 8 for Guelph already. HighRofellos with the green dragon himself. The next level has 0, 3, 15, 4, and more spells. We learn Return, and already 100 HP.
Wow, these HP gains are awesome. I'm a little bit concerned about the strength gain. Strength is only a 40 at level 8. That's not exactly what you want to see, but there's still plenty of levels left. They still have some key items to pick up. It's still early days. Heck, we're not even 10 minutes into this seed yet, and we've already got the armor, the sword, and 100 hit points.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy here. I mean, deaths are probably going to be at a minimum on both runners' sides. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. And there's a blue dragon. Well, he wants no part of it because he's only got 4 magic points, and he is able to escape, only to run into its brother. Only to escape, and this time running against a ghost.
Which do have Hurt More, as I recall, so not exactly something you want to play with.
Luckily, though, Guelph does make it back to Cole, so he can rest up at the inn. HighRofellos doing some shopping here at Cantlin. It looks like herbs for him.
This has got to be a crazy start to this seed. Of course, there's no telling what's going to happen later on. It can still turn into a slog seed if all of the stats, stall out. I've seen it happen more than once this tournament, or this could be a total Zoom seed.
Sneaky, one of the things I love to say when I do randomizer commentary is, it's not how a seed starts, it's how it finishes.
Absolutely true. You never know how it's going to end. And of course, Charlock, the ultimate equalizer.
And HighRofellos missing on a Hurt More of his own. Looking at green dragons here, they do have a resistance. Not much of a resistance, 1 in 8 chance.
Ooh.
So some bad luck there for HighRofellos, and that did not take down the green dragon. Gets a crit, that's all we need.
Silver Shield is in Garenham. Unfortunately, Large Shield is not, but we do have a location. If we can get a gold grind going, we do have a possible Silver Shield here, which is the last thing that one might ever want to purchase. There is a Sparko Bridge down there. Did not check it. Seed not confirmed.
Yep, I did see the Sparko Bridge just to the southwest of Garenham. But again, because we don't have any keys, we can't raid its treasury or the cave that lies beneath. We need to find some magic keys. I mean, we need to find Remolder. Next level is 8303. No new spells at level 9 for Guelph.
HighRofellos, meanwhile, checking those 3 chests in Garen's grave, is going to find that necklace of his own, his death necklace, and the other 2 chests. He can just tick off the checkbox.
HighRofellos trying to take out a blue dragon. one more hurt more ought to do it. It lands, and with that, HighRofellos earns 180! Right before he can get to the chest, he runs into a Wolf Lord, uses the hurt more. Not a problem there for HighRofellos. Takes him down. So, that is going to be level 8 for HighRofellos with that kill.
Ooh, wizards have heal more. That is not cool.
HighRofellos gets his death necklace. He'll get an herb, and he'll pick up some money. Rogue Scorpion down for Guelph. Not yet. This one should do it. Yep. And he needs to get to 1,500. Still needs 376 for level 10. And imagine Drakey. Ooh, they have sleep.
Do they have the full combo, though? Or is it just sleep? It seems to be just attacking here.
Well, HighRofellos has been sleeping for a long, long time. Finally he's able to wake up. But yeah, if they do have something, it's 25%, because it looked like nothing but attacks.
Yeah, I was looking for that to turn into a murder bat, but it looks like all it can do is flail ineffectively at them with their armor.
Well, we have Allie in the chat saying, wouldn't be shocked if nobody dies in this seed. Well, I've never seen a deathless seed myself, so we probably jinxed it right there, but we'll see what happens. There's still a lot of this race left to go.
Absolutely. Guelph taking down a Magi Wyvern, HighRofellos taking down a Green Dragon. These mid-tier enemies definitely on the menu for both of these players, getting some pretty decent experience gains here. Get some levels as you're exploring. Right now, what they need are the stones and the harp, and what they really are hoping to find is some way of getting keys, either in a chest somewhere, like maybe if they find Freebie Cave or something, or Tablet Cave, there's a key in there, or finding Rimuldar to be able to buy some keys, because they've got 3 chests and a cave in the back of Garenham that they need to check. You've got the entire armory in the castle and the back of the castle that's got not only a key vendor, but another dungeon to check back there. Keys are what they're really looking for to blow this wide open, or even more open than it already is, I should say.
Most certainly here, and HighRofellos is about to run into Garenham himself. He's going to see that there's a silver shield there, but no other shield. So far we have found 3 towns and just the 1 shield. Ooh, there's an AK-47. First we've seen of that. Gonna try the hurt more. We've landed 1 shot. Just an attack. Hopefully they don't have anything menacing. A second hurt more lands it, and that is going to be good for 172 points. And level 10, another 180. 1, 1, 7, 9, and we've learned Repel.
Well, that death necklace may come in handy with the current looking stats. The strength still isn't 50 yet at level 10, but hit points already at 107. So this could definitely be death necklace strat seed stats.
Yeah, most certainly. If we keep getting HP the way we've been getting them, yeah, the Death Necklace could be in play. We find Hawksness, so Guelph may have a shot at looking at the spike tile, but he runs into a blue dragon. He is able to escape, and let's take a look at the spike tile, and what do we have? Another blue dragon! Let's see if Guelph is able to take it down with a couple of hurt mores. Lands the first one. There's plenty of chances to land the second one. Just going to go ahead with the attacks. Gets a nice 20 off of that. That's not going to be quite enough to take it down, but this attack will do it. Is there anything beneath the spike tile? We have got nothing. It's a zonk.
Nothing! You get nothing!
So that means there are not 3 cursed spells, but 2. And there's the Staff Cave. So if we find that Silver Harp, we can cash it in and get the Staff of Rain. Now, you know, we've seen so many good things about this seed. We haven't really talked about what the object of the game is. We have to collect 3 items. That is the Staff of Rain, the Stones of Sunlight, and Erdrick's Token, and cash them in at what we like to call the Jerk Cave. There is a jerk who has got a bowl full of rainbow drops, one of his favorite candies. They are very rare. And he will kick you out of the Jerk Cave if you don't have all 3 of those items. So you have to have all 3, and once you get the rainbow drop, you gain access into Charlock. And we do find Breckenary on Guelph's side.
Yep, home of the 6 Gold Inn. We'll leave a torch on for you.
Yep, absolutely. I love it. It's perfect. The 6 Gold Inn. We'll leave the light on for you. And gonna go ahead and buy some herbs. This will be a perfect opportunity for Guelph to buy some magic keys. As HighRofellos takes down a green dragon, that's going to get him level 10. He's only 352 points behind Guelph in that experience department. So yeah, right now this is a close race. You know, the way this is going, if we continue to find items at a blistering pace like this, we could see a sub-hour time be a losing time. How crazy would that be, Sneaky?
Absolutely, it's entirely possible, but of course what RNG giveth, RNG can easily taketh away just as rapidly. Here's Charlock, and that's where our starting position is. Looks like HighRofellos is going to now start checking to the east, see what he's missed that direction. Meanwhile, Guelph running into a stone man, trying to get away, but the stone man is stonewalling him. Finally gets away there.
That was a good one. We do find, gonna light up a torch. Is this Mountain Cave?
No, that's Tablet, I think.
Ah, yes. See, like I said, you could have the full illumination. I will still goof up the cave, but what that means is that there's going to be no enemies, and having the torch is very useful because since there are no enemies, it's very easy to get lost.
Yeah, and the problem is if you get lost down... Ooh, Fighter's Ring. Actually legitimately useful. That's another 2 attack points. And you think that might be minimal, but that can often be the difference against the Dragon Lord. That's like an extra, an extra 1.5 in effect on average.
Oh, no. And HighRofellos missing on the Hurtmore, and we're going to have our first send back. HighRofellos getting warped back by the AK-47. So there's our first death, 17 and a half minutes in.
Meanwhile, Guelph finds a new town, also finds a blue dragon, which ambushes him from behind. Fortunately, he's got enough hit points. He's not really that concerned about it. Is going to go ahead and take this blue dragon down with a Hurtmore and a smackdown with the Erdrick sword. And that is going to be it for the blue dragon with another 180!
Not only that, it's level 11, 19 power, 8, 8, 2. What is this?
There was the strength that we have been looking for. At least a darn good start on it. That was awesome. Not only that, agility of 66 is starting to get closer to where we want to see. And Rimuldar! There we go! Well,
so that means we have found all 5 towns. Is that right?
that is right. I wonder if he's gonna check and see if he can pick up a large shield here at the armory here. He may be more focused on these keys he forgets to check for a large shield.
Yeah, this is really key for Guelph because he's gonna find all of those magic keys. He's gonna go back and
there he goes. He's going back and checking the store. Good. I was and the worst villain in the entire series, the NPC pathing. And
look at that!
Now,
another silver shield.
Yep, there are a couple of silver shields on offer. If there is a gold chest, we could definitely see gold grind strats. There's the perfect troll. 2 for 1. Spend 2 magic keys, get 1 back.
Yeah, that is the ultimate troll indeed. Will stay at the inn to replenish all of his statistics. HighRofellos finding Hawksness. Unfortunately, HighRofellos is going to find a zonk behind the spike tile if he's able to take down the blue dragon. And Demon Knights, well, Demon Knights doing what Demon Knights do best, and that's dodge your attacks. There's the freebie cave for Guelph. What do we have behind that freebie cave inside the chest? Money!
Well, there's a pseudo ghetto grind, but that's probably not going to be what they're going to do.
Way out of the way, too.
Not unless they absolutely have to, because remember, we haven't seen any large shields. We haven't even seen any small shields.
No,
the only shields we've seen so far is the silver shields. They may not have a choice.
Level 11 for HighRofellos, and he sees the gigantic Gans on that one. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, if those are the only two shields, because I don't think any of the other towns had shields, so we have two silver shields. That's it.
Absolutely. I mean, Guelph is still trying to find the harp and the stones, but I think he's forgotten that he needs to do some backtracking here. He needs to go Metroidvania and start backtracking, checking the chest in the castle, checking the chest in Garenham, checking where what's in behind them both. He needs to start doing that instead of exploring any further to be able to try and see if what he wants is already there now that he has keys.
Now, HighRofellos has found Breckenary, the old Motel 6 Golds, where we'll leave the torch on for you. Absolutely, the inn. Oh, there's a miss on a Hurtmore from Guelph. Another miss! That's a 1 in 64 chance! Oh, wait a minute, that's green dragons. I beg your pardon. They are quite resistant. Yeah. 7 and 16. Chance.
Yeah, it's about a coin flip here, but man, he's been getting unlucky with them.
Yeah, he's lost 4 coin flips in a row. Make that 5 coin flips in a row, and there it is, the perfect bid, and there goes the hope of a deathless run for Guelph.
Well, that's okay. This gives him an opportunity to check out the armory here, the back door, the cellar of the castle, and go back to Garenham and check that now that he's here. Torch. Silver harp. All right, and he knows where the turn-in cave is. Fairy water, and this last one is an herb. Ooh, no. Unless the back door is swamp into the back of Garen's grave, the Garenham, which is possible. We haven't seen swamp north or south, so it is very possible that this backs into Garenham. If there's a gold gold chest back there, he can still get this gold grind off.
Yeah, most certainly. So we're going to take a look at the staircase here. So yeah, this actually may be a good death for Guelph, and sometimes that happens in Randomizer. Sometimes you get that death that actually leads you in the right direction. What do we have?
Mountain Cave.
There's the Mountain Cave, and then we have an AK-47. Hurtmore goes for 1 at 63. Another Hurtmore ought to take it down, but he's going to go for attacks instead. Gets him with the 33 attack points, and we'll move on, as now HighRofellos has found Romualder himself. First Metal Slime gets 1 hit off, worth 255 points, but very evasive. There's 2! He's got a chance if he can land this shot. He does! 255!
He's definitely showing his mettle there.
Boo! that was good, though. I like the pun. That was really good.
Meanwhile, HighRofellos has found Rimuldar, had the place to buy keys, will buy the keys, will get scammed on this 2-for-1 deal down here. Probably will check out the armory to see that there's nothing really viable to buy there. Meanwhile, Guelph searching this next chest. It is a...
What the heck? He found a sword magician. Something tells me we have just stumbled upon the good old chest glitch. Talk to us about that glitch.
All right. Well, first off, that's the Stones of Sunlight he just got.
Are you kidding me? He's already in grind and go mode. He just has to return the harp. Are you kidding me?
Not only that, but he's got. Here's how this works. Back in the day, on the old school NES, you didn't have a lot of memory on that RAM. Every bit counted, so they only had one bit for how many chests you could open. And hey, there's level 12, 6, 4, 10, and 9, and a new spell. And that spell is Radiant. Okay, less useful. Next two chests here, empty, which probably means an herb or a key.
Another chest glitch. Look at that. Or is that a real bamboo? No, that can't be a real bamboo pool.
No, it's fairy flute. Or fairy water? Fairy something. Fairy water. Okay, fairy water. It was confirmed in chat. So, as I was saying, what happens is after you open up 8 chests without hitting the overworld, which they thought was going to be just fine. There's not 8 chests in any one zone. You hit the overworld, and it resets, so you're good to go. Except if you death warp, you never hit the overworld, and if you get more than 8 chests you open without hitting the overworld, it forgets that you opened it, and it will let you open it multiple times. And this last chest is empty, which means it was either a key or an herb. So there is no gold grind because there are no gold chests to open repeatedly. Because, once you got those 8 chests and it forgets what you're opening, you could just open it over and over and over again. And if it's got money in it, there's your 14-8 pretty darn quick. Not gonna happen here. There is no gold grind. The only gold grind is that ghetto grind with freebie
Wow,
cake.
that is quite the grind indeed. So hopefully Guelph keeps that in the back of his mind as well as HighRofellos, because it's going to take a lot of enemies to reach 14,800 gold pieces otherwise. And you can't take a death either. And the reason for that is, every time you take a death, you lose half of your money.
Not only that, but there's one other issue here. He's got the harp. He needs to turn that harp in for the staff, and he is in full grind and go mode because the jerk cave is so close to here. Right now, he's in grind and go mode. He needs to get his stats to where he needs to be. Now, you'll notice both of our runners, they have one stat that's orange and one stat that's green and a bunch that are white. That's kind of an indication of where they are in terms of what stats they need to be able to successfully take on the Dragon Lord himself. Orange means you're approaching it, you're getting close, and you can maybe get away with it if your other stats can make up for it. Green means you're good to go. So right now, they still don't have anywhere near enough magic points. They also don't have heal more, which is going to be mandatory. It really is. So we're still, right now, what we need to do is grind. Whoever gets the more efficient grind right now is gonna win, because HighRofellos also took that death after finding Remuldar, also has all of the items. He is right on Guelph's heels. He's got about a 1,000-point experience point deficit, but that could be made up no time at all, especially if you're grinding blue dragons in Hawksness.
Yeah, that is for sure. I mean, if you get enough attack power or lucky enough to land your hurt more shots, but we saw that on Guelph's side. He lost, 5 coin flips in a row as HighRofellos is going to turn in his harp. He's going to get his Staff of Rain, and he too is now going to be in grind and go mode. And Princess Gwaelin, you're going to have to wait for another seat to find your rescuer.
Looks like. Now, Guelph has gotten into the back of Garenham. First chest is a torch. Second chest is a wings. Third... Well, and meanwhile, HighRofellos went ahead and got that lovely candy rainbow drop and is actually using it to get into Charlock right now.
Yeah,
we haven't even seen Swamp Cave yet. It probably is going to be in the back of here, because the only 2 caves we haven't seen right now are Swamp North and Swamp South. This is almost certainly one of those 2. And it is Swamp South.
So, HighRofellos, I thought he might have been able to maybe peek into Charlock to see if there was a potential good grind he could do, but he's going to pass up on that. He's got other things he would like to take care of first.
And the Spike Tile grind is another blue dragon, which he is definitely going to take, because he's in the back of Garenham with Swamp South. This makes it a very short iteration to get back into the grind between when you run out of MP. Guelph, dude. Dang.
Yeah. Oh, and he gets a metal slime, gets ambushed, does not run away because they loved. Oh, and he misses on that attack, which is very common. There's one hit on the metal slime. Again, worth 255 points. He was successful earlier. There's two. Oh, but the old Jabation runs away.
And welcome all of the people from Speed Gaming with the raid. Welcome. Remember, who won that one is going to be squaring off against the winner of this match. And we are in a Zoom seed here. We are 30 minutes in. We are already in grind and go mode. The only thing we don't have is a shield. There are no shields available except the silver shields, and there is no gold grind in this seed. The closest you got is a ghetto grind with Freebie Cave, which is way out in BFE. So our two grind options are both blue dragons. Oxness is kind of out in the middle of nowhere, so meh. But the back of Garenham backs into Swamp Cave, which is where the other one is. I'm not sure why Guelph didn't go do that grind. That's what he needs to do. He's probably turning in his staff right now, because he knows where that is, and that's where he's heading, it looks like, to be able to just get that out of the way, get his laundry list of, his honeydew list taken care of, so that he can just focus on grinding. But whoever starts grinding first and more consistently is going to come out ahead of this, and this could be a sub 1 hour seed, folks.
Yeah, the potential is definitely there for a sub-hour seed because, while we do grind to get our levels, they should be able to raise enough cash as we do have level 13 for Guelph. Here come the numbers. It's 5, 12, 2, 12, but still no heal more, or any heal for that matter.
Yeah, that's really the primary thing we're looking. Well, we need more strength, obviously. We could use more hit points, or magic points, as well. Even with Death Necklace, his strength is not where it needs to be. And of course, we need that heal more. We could be in a situation where we get ghost stats, but don't have heal more. If heal more is at level 16.
It's going to be at level 16. I'm calling the shot right now. I'm pointing the baseball bat, just like Babe Ruth. That's where it's going to be, 16. That's the catch. Alright, Magic Wyvern for Guelph, which does give 135 gold. Yeah, at this point, again, we have no shields. You definitely would want to have a shield. Is it conceivable we could have a shieldless seed?
I really doubt that, because there's just so much defense there, and you want to make sure that the Dragon Lord doesn't accidentally swipe you with his claw for 50 and take you on when you thought you were safe at 49.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah, we are in grind and go mode, but neither of our runners are actually grinding, and that's a little bit concerning. Right now, HighRofellos has a chance to start pulling ahead if he can get into a grind, while Guelph here is turning in his heart for his staff. Okay, he's doing his honeydew list like I thought he would be. Getting stopped by this golem, not able to run away, will get sent home.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same thing that happened with Guelph. Just could not get away. Guelph's case, it's because he couldn't get a hurt more off on a blue dragon. That's his only death on the ledger right now, so...
Yeah, there are no small shields and no large shields on offer. The only shop that has not been checked is the one behind the locked door in Cantlin. They did not check that store. That one might have a large shield for sale. Otherwise, there are no... The only shields available is a silver shield in Cole and in Rimuldar. Those are the only two shields on offer.
Stop the presses here, sneaky. But HighRofellos is going to check that shop behind the key. What? Do we have any shields? A large shield!
There we go. That's the large shield that he needed. Okay. Because there's no gold either.
This could swing the tide potentially in HighRofellos' favor. We'll see.
Meanwhile, Guelph back in Hawksness, and it is not grinding the blue dragon. I'm surprised. I would be.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's the most type you'll ever see on seeing a large shield. But that's just the kind of seed it's been. All the shields we've seen have been magic shields. There's not a good place to do a gold grind. I mean, you mentioned the one that's in the freebie cave, but that's about it. And, that takes a lot of time.
Yeah, that takes a lot of time because you have to go down, loot the chest, come back out, go back down, loot the chest. It takes a lot longer. It can happen, and because at least it's freebie cave, it's not as long as some of the other ghetto grinds. Like if you had to ghetto grind the castle or something, but still not really attractive. I'm just surprised Guelph hasn't just been hammering this spike tile as hard as he possibly could.
The problem is he doesn't have any healing spells, and your herbs.
Right, so he's got a hero walk heal.
Correct, and his herbs are only going to take him so far, and his heal walks are only going to take him so far before he gets sent to start. He's going to see if he can land this last hurt more. He does. Is it enough? It's not enough. He rolled 2 roll, and a blue dragon will send him back again.
Meanwhile, HighRofellos has made his way to the back of Garenham, and will be checking this thing, which is going to be Swamp South. He's probably going to check that spike tile, and I would not be surprised if he settles in here. But again, neither one of them have heal, much less heal more, so there's a limit to how much grinding you can actually do.
Those who are wondering, blue dragons have anywhere between 74 and 98 HP, and I think he was in the high 70s when that Hurtmore landed. But Guelph, he's going to go ahead and get his rainbow drop. Now remember, don't sell it off to Slugworth.
That's an obscure reference, the everlasting gobstopper.
Yes, indeed. I mean, with the 10,000 gold that Slugworth is offering, it might be tempting to take it because we don't have a shield. But now look at this. Guelph also making the play to check the shop, and he's going to be delighted to see he's not going to need to do a gold grind. He's going to find that large shield.
The only gold grind would be that ghetto grind in Freebie Cave, which is just not very attractive. So now both of our runners have the in-game gear they've got. They just need to grind, and that's what HighRofellos is doing right now. He's picking on this blue dragon, and we are going to see a culling of the blue dragon species in this cave.
Unfortunately, HighRofellos missing on the first Hurtmore, and he misses again. So back-to-back missed coin flips for him, and this could send him back. Does land that one, but he's going to have to land another one if he wants the 180. He's going to try the attack. That's not enough. And 22, he stays alive. This attack will be enough. He will get the 180 points. We need to get to 5625 for level 14, and it'll be a 1 in 3 chance that we're going to have the heal more behind that level.
Meanwhile, HighRofellos casting outside and then return just to be able to get back to somewhere he can top off at.
Basically, this is a dead heat between these two, save for the experience points, because we have Guelph with a little bit of a lead on HighRofellos, though HighRofellos does have a dragon scale, and it doesn't look like Guelph has one. Now, a fun fact about both the dragon scale and the fighter's ring: if you put it on and then decide to sell it, you still get to keep the 2 defense and 2 attack power bonus, respectively.
Yeah, little known fact, but definitely, so you can afford to trash them after you have equipped them, but you still need to equip them, and if you forget to do so, that I've seen a couple of times in this tournament, if you forget to equip them before you get rid of them, that could be a problem.
Correct. Yeah, looking at the HP, I honestly do think a Death Necklace Seed looks likely at this point, just based on where their HP is right now. Because what the Death Necklace does is it gives you an extra 10 attack power at the cost of 25% of your max HP. So, looking at the HP, though, there's level 14 for Guelph. Let's find out. We got 1, 9, 15, 5. We learned there's the jackpot.
There's no more. Okay, grind out those blue dragons in Swamp South. That's the closest one. It's got the easiest iteration because you're backing into Garenham, so you could just run back upstairs. dude, go. You're still not at ghost stats yet. You've only got 10 heal mores in the tank. That's not going to be enough to take on the Dragon Lord with this attack power, even with the Death Necklace, which Death Necklace stats are definitely active now. They've got over 130 hit points. That's on the table, but you still need more attack than that. That's not ghost stats yet. You're going to at least one more level.
What you're looking at right now is about 108 hit points if you put on the Death Necklace, and that'd be 132, which means you'd be dealing 8 to 16 on DL2. Yeah, that's not quite enough to make the dive just yet. We need to do a little bit better than that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and like I said, Guelph, where is he right now? He's in Garenham. He's topping off, healing up, casting his repel. He's gonna settle into this blue dragon grind, get at least another level, see where his strength is at, because that's really what he's looking for. Strength and magic points. If he could get another 8 magic points for another heal more, that would be about ideal, especially with this. If he can get like 10 strength, 8 mana, the rest of the stats are going to be irrelevant. It'll be go time.
And by the way, I had called that it was going to be at level 16. You're welcome, commentator's blessing. Is a werewolf down, and that's going to be level 14 for HighRofellos. Look at how close the experience is now between the two, about 200 points.
Yeah, they are definitely neck and neck, but this is gonna skyrocket for Guelph now. These blue dragons are definitely grindable for him. He's doing 20 damage with just the melee attacks, so he's definitely looking at a viable grind here.
We'll say this much. There's one enemy we haven't seen yet. I called it last time, I was wrong. I'm going to call it again, and hopefully for these runners' sake, I'm going to be wrong. Said enemy is going to be on the spike tile in Charlotte. I'm calling it now.
Oh, yes. We haven't seen the local authorities, have we?
I wonder if they're on donut break yet again. Because, yeah, the last seed I called, the last race I called, Sneaky, the Fun Police were on a donut break. Couldn't it be 2 seeds in a row? That'd be crazy.
It could be, and now imagine if the police brought their sleep gas grenades with them.
Yeah, absolutely, because I'm not going to mention it. Let's just move on. I'm not going to say anything because I know what you're trying to get at. I'm not going to say it. We're moving on.
Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna be quiet now.
Right, there's another blue dragon, but this time he gets ambushed, so he'll lose 26 HP. But yeah, this is a great grind spot. Now that we've got heal more, yeah, we can be on this tile a lot longer. That is for sure. But HighRofellos looks like he's found a decent grind spot up in the hills here. Golems aren't fun, but, Axe Knights are definitely more, pleasing because you're going to take them down in one hurt. And the same thing with green dragons, more often than not. Ooh, but 65, that's a good roll, and that ended up not being enough, so he's going to have to use the sword to take the last of its points and pick up the 135.
Now, we do know of the enemies in Charlock. We know for a fact that wizards have heal more. No, excuse me, was it heal more or sleep?
Heal more, I do believe.
Yeah, heal more. So, they've got heal more. That's obnoxious, because they're kind of a little hard to run away from, and they are extremely resistant to stop spells.
Unless you take a big chunk with your sword, because they have 49 to 65 HP, you're not going anywhere.
Without a silver shield, repelling the wizards are going to be hard.
Somebody get the license plate on that blue dragon, because that dodge is taken off with Guelph's life.
And what was a 600-point experience point lead is going to start diminishing now. Oh my, is he going to Charlock? Is he going to try to do a first floor grind?
It's not a bad play. I mean, we've seen this happen before in races. That he may go for that. Let's find out as the rainbow drop goes into the moat. We'll see if there's any favorable enemies to grind on for Guelph. Ooh, accent. Well, there you go. There you go. Opting not to use the Hurt More takes it down in 2 attacks.
This looks like a pretty lucrative top floor here.
Yeah, 95 experience points is not terrible, but when they dodge like that...
Yeah, as has been pointed out, Charlock is so close that just go ahead and Death Warp, you're right back into it really, really soon. So there's no reason not to. These Hurtmores are one-shot kills on these werewolves and these Axe Knights about half the time. He's got hero walking to heal himself up between encounters, so you're taking advantage of the dead time. I mean, it's about as close as you can get to an ideal grind here.
Yeah, this is really anybody's game at this point. I think a real slight advantage at the moment for Guelph. I think his grind spot might be slightly better than HighRofellos, but you look at those numbers. They're close. We're talking 400 points. All it takes is some bad ambushes or whatnot, or the Dragon Lord doing a 49 damage attack. You know, this race can flip one way or the other.
Yeah, in chat, it's being mentioned, you know, you don't just wander around the first 4, you always try and dive. If nothing else, you can check and see what's in the armory down in Charlock, but there's nothing worth getting in the armory in Charlock here, and other than this golem, he was getting a lot of very favorable encounters.
Yeah, and that golem sends him back to the castle, and now he's got more deaths than HighRofellos at the moment. Remember, he was deathless for about the first 22 and a half minutes of the seed. As I had mentioned, it's not how a seed starts, it's how it finishes. Will we get that sub-hour for either of these runners? Could we have our first sub-hour time be a losing time?
Well, runs away from that golem, thankfully. Another one shows up. Man, these golems are trying to wall him in.
Oh, 3 in a row. Well, the good news is they have 255 HP. The bad news is, yeah, they have 115 to 153 HP, and they are extremely resistant to hurt more.
Well, I thought this was good. Oh, green dragons have baby breath. It must be a very low percentage chance. We haven't seen that before, and it's not very intimidating.
Yeah, we hadn't seen any dragon
Here
breath
we go.
from
8
any
power and 25 magic. There we go. Go time. Go stats right there.
Yeah, and putting on the death necklace now means 10 to 20 damage per attack. Yeah, death necklace is definitely on the table. I think you have to dive here on 15.
Meanwhile, HighRofellos already got level 15, is starting his dive at the moment. We could see these players run within the... Oh, Guelph just going, screw this. I'm going down now with only 80 magic? No.
What do you mean 80 magic? He's got 105. He's got level 15. He's got it.
No, Guelph. Guelph is diving with 80 MP.
He's got 105 MP. He had level 15.
Yeah, but he didn't top off.
Oh, he didn't top off. He may think he has enough. Wow, this is a bold move. But you know what? Little does he know, it's the right move because HighRofellos is right on his heels. That's what you meant by the 80. I didn't realize he didn't top off. But this could work out. This could work out.
Yeah, I mean, it's still possible with an AP of 140, which is what he's going to have when he puts on that necklace. Yeah, he could still manage to pull this off with 10 heal mores. He's just gonna have to be really careful to not burn another one on his way down. He's got less of a margin of error, whereas HighRofellos has an extra one in the tank. If he needs to burn it, it's available. So he's a little bit more secure in his dive, but this could come down to the wire. This could be a photo finish. We could be finishing within 5 seconds of each other if this turns out like this.
Absolutely here. I mean, right now, Guelph, the fate lies on his hands at the moment. The problem is he can't run away from this blue dragon. That's going to cost him valuable HP right there. Now a green dragon is able to escape.
Right now, this all comes down to encounter luck and Charlock. That's what this is going to come down to here.
Guelph took some damage as he was not able to save. HighRofellos ended up getting ambushed by a blue dragon, and they are getting closer and closer to the Dragon Lord's lair, that bottom floor of Charlock. And yeah, we have the potential right now. I had talked about this moments ago, but the potential is here now, Sneaky, that a sub-hour time could be a losing time here. They could both finish almost at the same time.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we're only 50 minutes into this match. It could still be anybody's match right now. They are so close together. You just can't tell. I mean, even barring the usual stuff, just an extra and they're in the same floor. They're on the same tile.
Holy smokes! This is crazy. Hold on to your hats, folks. An Axe Knight. Guelph gonna escape from that. Unfortunately, HighRofellos getting picked on by the AK-47, but Guelph, wow, and they both get picked on by a Star Wyvern.
Meanwhile, Guelph is on the bottom floor. HighRofellos trying to get there on the same floor. We are going to potentially have a photo finish here.
Both! An AK-47, Guelph somehow managed to escape. HighRofellos cannot escape from a wizard, and now Guelph runs into a wizard. We're about to hit the spike tile, another Axe Knight. And he can't get away! This is crazy! What is going on here?
We are just neck and neck here, folks. There is no way of knowing who's actually going to be able to do this. This could actually come down to high or low rolls on the Dragon Lord as to who ends up winning.
It really could. And Guelph, another Axe Knight. HighRofellos, look at this. They are neck and neck. They're both. And I called it! I called it! A red dragon on the spike tile! I called it! And they've got sleep.
With Hurtmore.
Hurtmore. So almost the perfect Wombo combo. They have sleep and Hurtmore. The only red dragon of the seed, and it is on the spike tile. I got it right. I cannot believe this.
Well, defeating it without blowing a heal more. He is still in this. 1 herb, 2 herbs to be able to get his hit points back, walking the rest of it off like a champ, runs into an Axe Knight on the way in, gets away from it, and will be the first one to refuse this offer and get into the fight. But with only 2 herbs left, we will see if he can actually get this pulled off. Meanwhile, HighRofellos is asleep, fighting this dragon, but he's got 11 heal mores right now. He still has an extra heal more in the tank. Even if he has to blow that, he will simply be on even footing with Guelph going into this Dragon Lord fight.
And one police right now could cost HighRofellos this race here, as Guelph does equip the Death Necklace. So we are looking for stop spells. That's what we want to see here. 2 herbs left for Guelph. And HighRofellos, again, continuing to be put asleep. This is not looking good for HighRofellos here.
Oh no, HighRofellos down to 71 MP.
Now trying to attack. And that's still, he does an attack, but there goes the Dragon Lord. 53 HP. Does Guelph get the first strike? He does. We start with 15. Alright, the next attack lands for 18. That's 33 now. HighRofellos now on the Dragon Lord fight. Oh man, what a race.
With 71 MP, I don't see HighRofellos making this, but he's gonna make it. He's gonna make the attempt. He doesn't have a choice.
48 now for Guelph. Yeah, he's gonna have to hope to get lucky, that's for sure.
We're still looking at 53 minutes. We could easily still see this being sub 55.
66 now for Guelph. The next attack for Guelph, it is 17. That's 83 now. Remember that DL2, 150 to 165 points. Next one lands for 1396. The range is 10 to 20. Now it's DL2 time. You take it away on HighRofellos' side. 108 now for Guelph. As long as he doesn't roll the minimum, I think he's good.
I think he's got a shot at this.
Alright, he's got 2 more heal mores left. That means he's got 3 attacks. Next one is 16-137. I think he's good. I do believe that's going to be it. He's guaranteed now. 150. As long as he doesn't miss menu, he's going to be fine. He can get 2 attacks off. Because this attack could do it right here for Guelph. 163 is enough, and that is going to do it. Guelph is going to survive. Pac-Man outruns Clyde/Sue/Tim and is going to make it to the next round. And HighRofellos, unfortunately, dying to DL2. And you get the rare message, thou hast failed and thou art cursed. Leave it once. But Guelph35 advancing to the winners' quarterfinals. What an unbelievable race.
I believe that is the lowest time in the entire tournament so far recorded.
And immediately HighRofellos submitting a forfeit. Man, though, that was a crazy race. And I mean, if HighRofellos didn't get picked on by the Red Dragon, and that was the luck factor, that was the decider right there, that spike tile. If that spike tile doesn't troll HighRofellos, we're talking photo finish. There's no question about it.
Yeah, I mean, it would have literally, it might have been close enough that we would have had to have gone back and reviewed the footage, because if it's within, 5 seconds of one another, you have to review the footage to make sure that it actually worked out or something.
If you're wondering what the resistance are for Red Dragons, it's quite resistant. You only have a 1 in 16 chance of landing a Hurt More, and only a 1 in 4 chance of landing a Stop Spell. And unfortunately for HighRofellos, his luck ran out against the Fun Police, the only Fun Police in the entire seed, and that is the deciding factor. Guelph, your winner, but give it up for both runners. They really put on a display tonight.
Oh, man, that was awesome. Hey, and joining us in the commentators booth as LOZ Card is going to be HighRofellos here pretty soon. There we are. Hey, GG, man. How's it going?
I assume my stop spell luck on the Red D cost me that run?
That is exact. You were exactly 3 tiles behind him entering the Red Dragon fight.
I figured, when I saw what happened there, I assumed whoever stuck the stop spell won. That I'm 99% sure that's what that boiled down to.
He actually never bothered with the sleep spell. He actually didn't get slept.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, he got lucky on the fight. He got very lucky. Was not slept upon. I mean, he got hurt more a couple times, but yeah, no sleep spell was cast on Guelph, and unfortunately, that ended up being the difference. Because here's what happened with Guelph. He did not heal up after he got to level 15, so he only had 80 magic points. The maximum was 105 at level 15. He only had 80 points, but he went for the dive, and he got lucky. It paid off. He had just enough firepower to survive. And we do now have Guelph here in the commentator's booth. You have to back
if he never saw sleep from the Red D, there's just absolutely nothing I can do about that. I'm just absolutely dead in the water then if he never saw that. Because I saw it, I think, 7 times.
Yeah, unfortunately, Red Dragon only had a 25% chance to sleep. So you got insanely bad RNG. He got good RNG with those sleeps. That was the only difference. You two were 3 tiles away from each other when you went on the Red Dragon spike tile.
Yeah, then I was just never supposed to win this seed. GG, Guelph.
Thanks.
I mean, RNG reached up and told me to go straight to jail and do not pass go. So I guess that's all there is to say for that seed. So thanks, guys, for commentating. And Guelph, good luck going forward.
Thanks.
Yeah, Guelph, you two were neck and neck the entire time, and the lowest deaths I've seen in a randomizer seed so far, 7. I mean, it looked like you had a shot at that very rare deathless seed, and then the Hurtmores missed on those blue dragons, and 22 and a half minutes in, you had settled, you had suffered, rather, your first death. But, man, that actually ended up being a good one, because the death warp actually kind of paved you into the right direction when you went back to the castle and took the staircase, got the magic keys and whatnot. So that really helped you out there. But yeah, the race literally boiled down to the fun police. You got lucky. Your opponent did not. It's plain and simple. That doesn't happen. Your opponent might have won.
Yeah, I'll have to rewatch this one later. It was, I felt like I was doing great for most of the seed.
I mean,
a little bit of getting lost, forgetting where the harp gate was.
Right, that did hurt you a little bit there, but it literally was looking like we weren't watching Dragon Warrior Randomizer. We were watching a game of Pac-Man, because Clyde or Sue or Tim, depending on which Pac-Man game you're playing, was chasing you down on that bottom floor of Charlock that entire gauntlet. But then the red dragon happened, you got the break, you end up winning, and you're moving on to the winners quarterfinals. I mean, God, what a race. You have to watch it back. You've got to watch it back.
Yeah, definitely. It was nice to have the late show be a jet seed.
Yep. Sneaky, what kind of questions you got?
Oh, man. I mean, it was a beautifully run one. How are you feeling about those shields, though? The only shield you could find were those silver shields. You had the ghetto grind with Freebie Cave, but good lord, nobody wants to do that if they don't have to. But then you went back, you found that other shield. Man, that had to have been frustrating.
Yeah, I knew. I mean, getting sword and armor so early, I knew that was the only thing I needed to find in a shop, and sure enough, it was the last possible shop to find.
So it looks like your next opponent will be the winner of that match that had just finished up between Jay Schmidt and Up2NG. It hasn't been updated yet as to who actually won. They actually rated us to watch the second half of your race.
When I left that race, it looked like JJ was up by a level, but I obviously didn't see the end.
Yeah, so you're going to be racing against whoever won that match. And, that's a pretty stiff competition there.
Oh, yeah, everyone that made it this far is going to be stiff competition.
Oh, yeah, but, I mean, Up2NG, Jay Schmidt, both top-tier players. And then after that, your opponent will, for the grand championship, is going to be the winner between Brian Williams and Zarnax.
Yeah, it does not get any easier.
No, at this point, we have already separated the wheat from the chaff. Anyone getting this far is already going to be, some pretty stiff competition. It's only going to get worse here on out. But man, I tell you what, these have been some amazing races that we have seen.
Yeah, not much else to say on this one. It was pretty straightforward. I feel like we only saw maybe a third of the map at best.
Yeah, what amazes me so much, I mean, with a Zoom seed, the problem with a Zoom seed is you don't have time to make up for things like simply going the wrong direction or even encounter RNG. You have so little time that you just don't have time to make up these things. But the two of you were so close, so lockstep together. This whole race, both of you were pretty much going the exact same directions the whole time.
There was one difference, though, and that was the final grind. You found a very nice grinding spot in a mountain area, or more of a hilly area, whereas Guelph did his grind at the top of Charlock, and they were both very effective, it turned out.
Well, this is Guelph, so he was the one who did the Blue Dragon grind, whereas HighRo was grinding in these mountains.
Right,
and
that's
that Blue
correct.
Dragon grind was a little bit more effective.
That's correct.
Although that
Yeah.
early death from the whiff was just
Yeah.
probably very, that had to have been one of the most frustrating whiffs in any match.
Oh yeah. I'm used to getting those.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I saw you ding 15 and just immediately start diving without refreshing your mana, I was like, what is he doing? And then I saw HighRofellos entering Charlock at that exact same time after having gotten 15, and I'm like, oh, this is on.
Yeah, I the strength was just enough to go ahead and not refresh, and with as fast as that seed was, I wasn't sure I had time to refresh, and obviously I don't think I did. If his luck was any better, I didn't have that time.
Yeah, I mean, the deciding factor was literally the red dragon. You didn't catch any sleeps. It was only a 25% chance to sleep. You didn't catch any. Hyro did, and that was the difference between who get that, and he had to burn an extra couple heal mores because of the sleeps.
He had to burn. How many did he have to burn? It was like.
He ended up with 71 MP going into the dragon fight.
That means he burned 4.
That's 4 of them.
Yeah, it was rough.
So that was the only difference, was the red dragon with the Diet Wombo combo that just was rude to him and was less rude to you.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Well, you have me to thank for, because I called red dragon in the spike tile, because we hadn't seen any red dragons up to that point.
And I believe I may have mentioned the sleep at one point too.
Yep, you did. No enemies had DL2 breath, and only the green dragons had the weak breath, and we only saw it once.
Yeah, this is one of the friendlier seeds I've played in quite some time.
Yeah, but man, I tell you what, just watching 2 top-tier players like you squaring off against each other, just both of you making the right decisions at the right times with the information that you had, it was so close.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Moving on to the winners quarterfinals, which we call the Wyvern round. And no matter who you're going to face, it's going to be a very difficult match, to say the least, because then after that, you move on to the winners semifinals, and if you beat your opponent, you're either going to have to face Brian Williams or Darnex, a pair of 42s who are... Yeah. We've got the AK-42s, and we've got the Brian Williams 42, and we've got the Zarnax 42. The battle of the 42s. Wow, that's going to be good too.
Yeah, and of course, everyone, we're going to go ahead and link both of these guys are top tier players. If this is the kind of content you enjoy watching, definitely go and give them a follow on Twitch, because this is the kind of that they do different. I know Hyro came from the Zelda 1 randomizer community.
I think he did Final Fantasy.
Oh, Final Fantasy, that's right, Final Fantasy randomizer.
And I've done some of that too myself.
Yeah, so I mean, he came in from another one. This is actually his first tournament, and just came out he took down, the top seed player, in the second round. I mean, he came out gangbusters and has been doing very, very respectably for himself. You've also been coming out blasting. I mean, we've seen you in this tournament a couple of times, so we knew what to expect. But man, he just came out of, kind of like a dark horse. We probably should have realized how good he was, considering his previous experience. But man, this has been an awesome match. And everybody, just go ahead and give them a follow there if you want, if you like this kind of stuff, because they both do randomizers fairly regularly.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, congratulations to Guelph, moving on to the winners quarterfinals. Great race between the two tonight, and Guelph, we wish you the best of luck in your upcoming match.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
I think it's all been said. It was a nice quick seed, and going to be nothing but tough matches going forward.
All right. In that case, this is Sneaky the Lost. With me in the commentator's booth is LOZ Cards fan. We've got Ali Jabrap doing our tracking down there. Yeah, that's not automated. We've got a guy behind the curtain flipping switches. High Spirits on the restreams bringing you this awesome content. We've also got ahead to link that Dragon Warrior Randomizer Discord. If you want to try it out, and maybe you want to try playing around with it, come on over and join us. We're going to be able to help you get everything going that you need to get going with this. We're a very open, welcoming community. Who knows? We might even see you in the next tournament. And speaking of Final Fantasy, we're going to go ahead and send this over to RPG Limit Break, where they've got a Final Fantasy IV FE race already in progress. So stick around for more randomizer goodness. Until then, this is Sneaky the Lost. We'll see you there.
I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have a great night. We will see you again tomorrow night for a couple more exciting Dragon Warrior Randomizer races. So long, everybody.